What's good, everybody? It's your boy Days back again with another video. Welcome back to Days Reacts. So today we is here at the Fam Museum. Okay, the Fam Museum is known as the first American museum. We better go ahead and check this out and yeah, see how it is. Let's go, man. All right. This has always been Indian country. I like this artwork. Let's see. It's called the Jonah Underwood Blackburn. Prayers Rising. Nice little artwork and stuff. Let's go ahead and come on in here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I like this mirror. All right. I think this mirror is called the Winneco, the life of an object. Okay. Life of an object. Nice mirror. It's a nice artwork. Likes that. And for people that don't know, I don't have my stick on me. I'm trying to be respectful. So, okay. In the beginning, the conch shell. You all know what the conch shell is. You watched SpongeBob before. And I think this is a sea pot. But yeah, that right there, that's the conch shell. All right. Okay, got the skull. Okay. This is a Cooper site bison skull. Very nice. And stuff. Let's show you all the origins. Right here, entangled, it says first Americans have inhabited the land for more than 20,000 years. That's a lot. It says our ancestors instilled within the value of respect and responsibility. And then European nations often separated art and culture from science and politics. Right here it tells you a lot of the history of the first Americans. You got the Palo Indian bison hunters in Oklahoma, the spread corn across continent, Cahokia. Let's see here. Emergence of contemporary first American groups. Establish other Mississippian culture sites. Okay. The Great Law of Peace. This is the contact with the Columbus, De Soto, and Coronado. Then in the 1600s, first Americans delegation visit Europe, and then introduction to horses to the plains. My bad. We got the Fur Trade Wars, Delaware Dutch Treaty, the Cherokee Treaty in England, the Oglethorpe Treaty, Walking Purchase Treaty, French and Indian War, Benjamin Franklin's concept of unity. You got the rise of prophets, Treaty of Eastern Pontiac Wars, Sweet Medicine Prophecy, United States was established, Treaties of Hopewell, Little Turtle Wars, establishments of the U.S. War Department. This is the Friendship Belt or Wampum Belt. It's a replica. Then you got the Indian Trade of the Intercourse Act. Then you got the War of 1812 and Red Stick Resistance. The Sequoia Formalized Cherokee Language Civilization Fund Act, Indian Territory established. Johnson versus Matosh, and the Tinskin Watauga Prophecy. In about 1830, this happens. Okay. Yeah. You can really learn a lot here. So, yeah, you can really do learn a lot here. But people want to know about my history with the Native Americans or the first Americans. My family is pretty much partially Native American. On the father's side, Cherokee. On my mother's side, it's pretty much Choctaw, Guapaw, or Cherokee. So both sides it's a lot. All right, but yeah. Anyway, let's get back into it. Because of the ability of giving life, the title mother was designation of power. Not one or similarly, Indian women were respected and protected. Exactly true. Exactly true. Because a lot of Native Americans, they don't play about their women, so they'll just give y'all a heads up. This is also true. The gratitude as a gift. It is common for the first American to express gratitude in gatherings. Gratitude shows respect and awe and affection for others. Also represent humility and willingness to listen and open mind. First Americans to express gratitude through kind words, gifts, and acts of generosity. Tribes mutually engage in these exchanges to keep relationships and reciprocal. Okay? So pretty much this is pretty much like a practice that we always do. Give back to people in need and stuff. So like giveaways and stuff. It's part of the culture. So yeah. Look at all this corn, y'all. If y'all know what it says, it's pretty much corn was traded in the early 18,000 BCE from Central Mexico into North America. And that's how actually corn looks like. If y'all don't know, it's not just straight yellow. There's colors to it. But that's dope. That's a dope picture though. I do like that. Right here, I like how they word this. First American. We were the first on this land through the last. First on this land, though the last to gain U.S. citizenship. This is an emerging term that differences our indigenous people from descendants of settler communities. So pretty much, if we flip, okay, it shows you the terms of how they call, the tribes. Okay, you got Indian back in the day from 1942. Then you got American Indian from 1507. And then you got like Native American, which is from the 60s and current time, okay? And then you got Uh, See, I came around this time, so like I always know about Native American because it says right here other include African Americans, Asian Americans, and so on. And it was kind of like misused, but other than that, this is the real term right now. This is the better term to represent all those differential terms. First American, okay, was the first on this land, though the last to gain U.S. citizenship. And so, and this is an emerging term that differentiate our indigenous people from descendants of settler communities. So I like this term, First Americans. That's dope. All right, let's see what else we got up in here. We got like a little fire pit area and stuff. That's pretty nice. That's something new. Hold on. This is some history right here. Indian Removal Act, a federal weapon. Despite intense debate, Indian Removal Act was passed by Congress on May 28, 1830. Congressmen had argued it would negate the respect and good faith established in every former federal treaty. Many U.S. citizens called it an effort, an affront to mortality or morality. All right. Cherokee Nation, whose land were at the center of the debate, brought two legal cases to the Supreme Court, which ruled favor of tribal sovereignty. President Andrew Jackson defied the court decision. He forcibly removed nearly 100,000 American Indians. Wow, that is crazy and stuff. And and that was back in the day, man. All right, from 1830 to 1907, unraveled. Let's see what he's talking about. All right, 1830, the Indian Removal Act, 32, Worcester versus Georgia, then Cherokee versus Georgia. All right, then you got the Treaty of Payne Landing, then tribes in Oklahoma expelled from region. Okay, wow. The Black Hawk War. I don't know about the Black Hawk War. Uh, then you got Choctaw Constitution in Oklahoma. These are actually child shoes back in the day. Wow, it's crazy. All right, you got the Treaty of Dokesville. Okay, but before that, you got the Indian Trade and Intercourse Act. So defines the Indian Territory as a part of Missouri Territory and further restricts trade with tribal nations and non-federal agents. Okay. Then you got the Choctaw Gift to Ireland during the Great Potato Famine. All right. Then you got the Kansas-Nebraska Act. Okay. You got the Discovery of Gold. You got the Mexican-American War. The U.S. territory expands to include Arizona, California, Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. All right. So yeah, so y'all don't know about the Mexican-American War. They thought Mexican was actually Native Americans as well back in the old days. So keep that in mind. Then you got the 1859 discovery of oil and tribal impact. Okay. Then you got the Civil War, U.S. Civil War. Yep. The tribe in southeast Oklahoma, the Lighthorse Police Forces. All right. Then you got the Potawatomi. Yeah, that's it. Potawatomi arrived in Oklahoma after 44 treaties. All right. So Potawatomi was that dude. All right. Then you got the reservation policies end of treaty making. Okay. Then you got the Indian Appropriation Act, which is The act to designate that United States will no longer recognize tribes as nation and First Americans are wards of the federal government. Then you got uh, Chiricahua Apache resistance and the PAL status until 1914. Then you got the Red River War. Okay. Then you got the Nez Perce resistance. All right. Now this is a Choctaw Bible. Huh. I want to see how the actual words were from this Choctaw Bible. You got the Standing Bear and Crook. Then you got the course of Indian fences. First intertribal powwow. The Dawes Act. Ghost Dance Movement. The Curtis Act. Lone Wolf versus Hitchcock. And Sequoia Convention. And then 1975, everything you know is all up in Tulsa. I mean, not Tulsa, but Oklahoma. It's kind of crazy, y'all. Yeah. It's kind of crazy how that's in 1907, everything resides in like Oklahoma. So, but yeah, so we can check some more stuff out. And yeah, catch y'all later. Hold on. Let's see here. We got some more stuff. So this 1907 present. You got the from 1918 or the Braided Nations. That's what it's called, the Braided Nations. All right. So from 1918, you got Native American Church Charter Society and American Indians, Oklahoma Statehood. Then you got the Reign of Terror, Indian Recognition Act, Indian Citizenship Act, Oklahoma Indian Welfare Act. Whoever did these vans, they did a real good job. I like how they did that. All right. Then 1944, you got the National Congress of American Indians established. 48, you got Indian Claims Commission. Then you got the Indian Relocation Act. Then you got the Indian Civil Rights Act. Then you got the American Indian Movement established. Then you got the Indian Self-Determination Act, the American Indian Religious Freedom Act, the Indian Child Welfare Act, the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act. Then you got the Native American Graves Reparation Act, Cabell versus Salivar. And then you got the opening of National Museum of American Indian. I like how they did the gavel and the stethoscope. I like how they did that. All right. Then you got the Iowa Eagle, a very established. Then opening of the first American Museum. Then the McGirt versus Oklahoma. And this what Oklahoma look like now. So in this red area, it's pretty much Native American, pretty much all First Americans. But yeah, it's really nice. This is a nice museum. This really is a nice museum. They got some nice stuff up in here, real nice stuff up in here. But this is just part one. There's a part two, I believe. Hold on, there's something over here that we need to check out as well. This is really dope. It's real nice. I see a lot of people dressed like this. It's pretty much a chief outfit, I believe. So but I know it's like a fancy dance red gala. But I know this is the chief outfit and stuff. And this is the women's fancy shawl outfit as well. They really do look nice. So pretty much these are the dance outfits. So like the rain dance or special dance, this is what they will wear. So this is the male's outfit, this is the women's outfit. Look really nice. This museum on this side of the museum, but we're about to go check out the other side of the museum. So pretty much, let's go ahead and do that real quick. But if you like this part of the museum, man, hit that like button and subscribe channel. And I guess it's the halftime right now. But we about to go check on the other side of the museum. So I'll catch y'all later, y'all. I'm messing with y'all, but yeah, let's go ahead and check out the other side of the museum, man. And yeah, let's go. All right, we're back. So yeah, so we in the upstairs level. We about to check out some artifacts, see how they look, and yeah, man, go from there. All right, let's go. So this artifact right here, this is called a bullhorn. Hmm. Nice shell. Yeah, this is a bullhorn. All right. And this is called Sacred Winds. It's a clay. It's real nice. Yeah, like a turtle. Courtesy of the Cherokee Nation, which is dope. Sacred of the Winds. Okay. Let's see what else they got. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate y'all because I do this from the heart. I go to these museums and show the nice artifacts of the museums. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this thing right here, this is called the Pia Wazoo, which is a child coat. Okay. And these are garments or garters right here. Now this is the Whipsanaki Whipsandakani, which is a bark sap basket. Okay. Some of these words is crazy. This is a man hair ornament. All right. Toa Washoa, which is a stickball game tail. So that's what that is right there. And I guess the pants is Imbala Foka, which is Chickasaw. Stickball player pants. Okay. All right. What is this right here? This is a woven mat, which is Anakani. Okay. This is Steve or men's leggings, which is Apache. Hope y'all can see that. This is what they look like. You got the beaded necklace, which is kind of like right there. Let's see here. That's a stickball hat, which is shupo or shupo. This is a women's blouse, which is Wanayahi. It's in Iowa, so we're gonna like some language barriers I can't understand and speak the language. Some I cannot. So bear with me, y'all. So don't criticize me for that. This is why we need first American language in school, pretty much, and also like on a volunteer level as well. To teach the language, learn the language. You know what I'm saying? Learn the language of the first Americans, especially Native Americans or of your tribe and stuff like that. You need that type of learning. You know what I'm saying? The education. Hey, this is another man's leggings. Oh, here we go. Quapa, my tribe. Let's see here. This is finger woven serge or ibidata or ibidata. Finger woven sash. Yeah, the Muskogee stuff is kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? How they try to share their stuff. These are women's purses or satchel bags. Yeah. Like another women's blouse right there. It's really dope. I just like how they did this museum. This museum is really nice, y'all. Oh, snap. Almost fell there, but this is a men's coat. And that's a woman's blouse. Really nice. Here's some more. This is a dress, which is dope. Haniwa, which is Kato. This is a women's blanket. Real nice. Women's blanket right here. All this stuff is nice. All right, y'all. So that is the FAM Museum, or the First American Museum. Yeah, I advise y'all to come over here, get some education in, cause it show you a lot of education in this museum about the Native Americans, and it is in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and yeah, man, it's just also they got a hotel and an indoor water park and stuff. But other than that, please come to this museum. You do have to pay to come to this museum, all right? But it is a nice museum, and so if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Days Reacts. And we'll catch y'all on the next adventure, y'all.